Hello, everybody. How is everyone doing today? Or whatever day it is that you're watching this. It could be tomorrow. It might be the next day. Or the next day. Or the next day. Or the next day. Welcome to Brad's Bad Show about games. My name is Brad, and I am not Masako Nozawa. Although that would be pretty cool if I was. But, we got Fortnite business to talk about, specifically the end of the season. We are within today. Let me start over. I am recording this today, March 11th, Thursday, the beginning of the last week of Fortnite. Even though it's not going to even be a full week, but we'll get into the new stuff momentarily. But the final. Well, I haven't got to talk about this. I think we theorized on this the last time, but the final hunter was revealed a little while back, and it is Ant-Man, which to me is underwhelming. Just not a good character to go out on, in my opinion, because we all expected him last season, and maybe it's just me personally. It's a skin with no variety to it. There's no, like alternate version, which most of the Marvel skins don't come with an alternate, a variant. The pickaxe is a toothpick, which is cute and fits the theme. He's tiny, whatever. And I do like the back bling, even though it's kind of creepy. I'm not a bug person, but it is a cool thing, like this giant wasp or flying ant that's crawling around on his back. It's pretty cool, but otherwise just not really that exciting to me. I'm not going to get this. I'm sure it'll be back in the store. When they brought Ant-Man into the game, they brought back a bunch of if not all of the skins, all of the Marvel skins that were in the last season or the last 2 or 3 seasons that showed up in the item shop. So, you had, it's in Chapter 2, in Season 2, sometimes I mix up the chapters in Season. In Season 2 of Chapter 2, we had the introduction of Deadpool. And he came along with the X-Force, which was Cable, Domino, and Psylocke. Then in Season 3, Captain America showed up, which ended up being a teaser for the Marvel season, because the way Captain America came in, he was transported through the Bifrost transport, whatever they call that, was the same way all of the other heroes in the trailer that showed at the beginning of the next season. That's how they all got there. So he was clearly a teaser for what was to come. And then throughout that season, in addition to a completely Marvel-themed battle pass, you had a bunch of characters come in: Silver Surfer, Ghost Rider, Daredevil, a whole bunch of characters. And all of those returned this season too. In addition to Ant-Man and the Marvel royalties and royalties and Warriors pack, my bad. That had Black Panther, Captain Marvel, and Taskmaster. So, 4 new Marvel skins this season. And as of right now, unless I'm mistaken, you can still go in there and get all of those skins. The ones that were in the shop before. So, we've seen now, since then, at the end of the Marvel season, during the last season, they brought back a bunch of the Marvel stuff. All the Marvel stuff had come back, including the extra Deadpool variant stuff, like that Raven Pool and Cuddle Pool skin that aren't actually, real characters. Although they didn't bring back the Star-Lord or the original Black Widow skins, because they were just outfit skins. But all of the Deadpool cosmetics that were in the shop, they came back too. Now, none of the stuff you could have unlocked through that season, that was part of the secret Deadpool skin thing. But anyway. So, just not that impressed, honestly, with Ant-Man being the last hunter. I'm still holding out for Peter Griffin. I still think that would be hilarious. And there's been no extra word on that yet. Apparently, from last I heard, still in the files, so who knows. But, as I was saying, the 0 point is becoming more unstable. And that is going to lead us into the next season. But what's going along with that season is a Batman comic, and I've talked about this already, but I don't remember exactly what all I said. I can't remember if they had touched on it before. They may have, but in case they didn't and I didn't talk about it, I'll talk about it here. But the events of this Batman comic, when it starts coming out, there'll be 6 issues, I think. That is going to coincide with whatever happens during the next season. So we'll be finding. So they're going to reveal lore in this comic now about Fortnite, about Battle Royale, about the 0 Point, the loop, everything like that is going to be revealed for the first time in these comics. And so so that's going to be happening congruently. That's happening at the same time. Now, I saw something about the Battle Pass. I can't remember who said it, but supposedly, remember this is just a rumor. Nobody really knows at this point, although I guess some of these leakers would know. But supposedly it will not be a full DC themed Battle Pass. Though, with the wording of it being full DC, I imagine that you might see 1 or 2 characters pop up in this Battle Pass that are from DC. It wouldn't surprise me if that's the case. Just kind of like how this season was, where you start out with the Mandalorian at level 1, and then you unlock the child in the final Beskar challenge, or whatever, however you pronounce that word, to unlock the final version of the Mandalorian skin. And then the Predator was the secret skin. So you had 2, outside characters in the Battle Pass instead of a full Battle Pass. Instead of a Battle Pass full of 8 non-original characters to the game, it was just 2 this time. And so I'm thinking they might go that route again or something similar. But we'll have to see. There's supposedly some images going around of maybe some Fortnite skin concepts. I haven't really looked at them. Don't really want to at this point because it's not actually like leaked stuff. It's just like art that was posted somewhere. I haven't really taken a good look at them. I've seen them, but I don't think those are going to be the Battle Passes. I could be wrong. I could always be wrong, but we'll just have to see. I am curious, though, what will, with Batman being involved with a big part of the storytelling in the next season through these comics, if we will see more DC characters, because we did get in this season, the Flash and Green Arrow were added. Green Arrow was, of course, part of the crew, and Flash was a hunter. I think all of the hunters are going to come back in the next couple of days, maybe even tonight, as the season wraps up. Give everybody a chance to pick up the ones that they didn't get the first time. I don't know, though. I feel like as long as these skins have a chance at coming back, that's always been my worry. Is I don't want to miss getting a cool skin, but I also I want them to come back. If it's if, as far as I know, as long as the skins do show up in the item shop, they can always come back. Whether they will or not, it's not necessarily guaranteed. But I just hope they'll come back. But anyway, definitely excited to working through a new Battle Pass. These extended rewards are kicking my butt. I'm not going to get to finish it, I don't think. As it stands right now, with only 4 days left in the season, I'm at level 200. So I'm nowhere near 225, and I just don't think it's going to happen. It kind of sucks, because I definitely tried to keep up with it this season. I barely managed to get by. In the last season, level 200 was the max. This season is 225. And see, I could do 200 today and be done with it. If I collect all of these experience coins for this final season, I could have it done today. I just don't like it's these extra levels. It's just a little too much. But I'm not really too concerned with missing out on the extra stuff. That's not really a big concern to me. But anyway, and supposedly one of the comic book descriptions from the Batman thing describes a hired hand, a hired assassin or something like that, a familiar one. So Harley Quinn, Catwoman, and Batman are all in the comic book. And now the theory is that this familiar assassin could be Deathstroke. And Deathstroke is one of the characters that I've thought should be in the game, considering he's basically like, he's like a serious version of Deadpool. Even though I think Deathstroke came first. I think Deadpool is sort of a goofy parody-esque sort of character of Deathstroke, given the names, and like Slade Wilson, and then there's Wade Wilson. So, I don't know. But I do think Deathstroke would make for a cool skin. But that's all I really got on the next season. Less than a week now. Very excited to see what happens. But there was also one more thing I wanted to talk about before I move on from Fortnite, and that was when I was thinking about Laserbeam getting his own skin and everything, and you know what that would look like. And I got to thinking about my own skin, like if in this far distant future, Epic decides to hit me up for skin. They're not going to. I'm not going to get that popular off of this. I'm not that good at the game, but. You know, I just like to sometimes toy around with ideas, and so I was like, what would my skin look like? And then something hit me. And I remembered somebody who had recently talked about Fortnite and had been approached by Epic with, according to this person, some pretty good deals. And I couldn't help but wonder if maybe their own skin in the game might have been one of the offers. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about Max. Of course I'm talking about Max. No, I talked about this before. Max is, you know, when they added Ryu and then they added the Predator, not the Predator, Xenomorph, the alien. You know, Max, the running joke now seems to be that Epic is just trying their hardest to get Max to just check out the game. But I can't help but think because Max himself said Epic offered him some really good deals, and he just said, like, I'm sorry, I'm just not interested. And I couldn't help but wonder, would they have given him a skin? And the main reason I think about this is because Fortnite also has the back bling pets that can like sit on a box behind you or on your back or whatever, and will ride into battle with you. Max and Benny have showed up together in games. I mean, Benny is pretty like Killer Instinct in the 2013 Killer Instinct. One of the color palettes for Saberwolf is Benny, and that's just so funny. Which, of course, you know, in that case, Max was helping with that game and everything. He was actually, you know, doing trailers and stuff, so he was working with them. So it makes sense that Benny would be an alt skin or a color variant for Saberwolf. This is not the same, but imagine a Benny back bling. Like, that would be hilarious. And I'm sure, like, if they would have taken that deal, like Max, I'm sure he would get a kick out of that if they would have given it to him. And maybe he just can't talk about it because of the legal stuff. This is just me, you know, speculating. They may not have offered him a skin, but just, he says he's already got a following. I mean, I doubt they would have given it to him right on the spot. They probably just like, hey, look, if you do this, if it takes off and makes, you know, do well, that's what's gonna. We'll give you a skin if there's enough demand for it too. So I think it would have happened. Of course, with Max and Benny, that seems like it would have been a done deal. Max's skin, I don't know what they would have made him look like or what his pickaxe or anything like that would have been, but I could definitely see them offering to make him a skin and make Benny a back bling pet. Like that, if that I couldn't imagine if that was part of the pitch for him to have a skin, I would definitely have bet money that they also offered to make Benny a back bling pet. But that was just something fun I wanted to throw in there. But something that came out of the blue, this was yesterday, a brand new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game is coming that plays like the old arcade games, like the original TMNT game and Turtles in Time, the side-scroller beat-em-up game. This is a brand new version of that. It looks very similar but much better detail. I guess that the animation in the trailer that they showed is the intro animation for the game. And I said this, and nobody really responded to it, but I honestly contend that the intro to this game, that animation, is probably the coolest that this generation of Turtles has looked. This is the old Turtles. It's like, I don't know, not the original one. This is like the 90s, the cheesy cartoon. The one where, James Avery, a.k.a. Uncle Phil from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, was the voice of Shredder. So that era of Turtles was more sort of comical and everything. But this trailer depicts them in a way that makes them look really cool. But April even kicks somebody. It even shows Splinter. But the thing that people were pointing out is it does look like people really were, that whoever was making this game is from the people who did the Scott Pilgrim game. But each of the Turtles has their own run animation. So it's not just like palette swaps of the same turtle with slightly different weapons and they all move and walk the same and it's just slightly different color. No, they all have their own unique animations and animation style. So they all feel really different. Like Leonardo, he's the leader. He's got his swords out. He's charging forward. Raphael is the aggressive one. He's running like a madman, like, let's go fight, yeah. Donatello's a little bit more reserved. And Michelangelo, of course, the party dude, as he's all known as in the song, he's just got this wacky, just, hey, wait for me thing going. It's really cute, for a lack of a better word. But I'm really excited about this. A lot of people were really excited about it. It came out of nowhere. It took a lot of people by surprise. And I think that's sort of a fun way to drop these kinds of games. Like, Nintendo Directs are fun and all, but just a cold drop, like, hey, here's a game. Like, Nintendo did that with Paper Mario not that long ago. And that got everybody's attention, too. So just a cold drop of a game like that it can get attention, too. That doesn't take away, I think, though, from the eventness, since I just invented a word, the eventness of a Nintendo Direct or something like that. But yeah, this is going to be a cool game to check out. I think it's supposed to be on all consoles, so I have to look out for that. It's definitely going to be on Steam. The Dragon Ball Battle Hour thing recently happened. Just kind of throwing these things around. But DBZ Kakarot is going to get the Future Trunks arc, which is not the Goku Black arc, which would, I think, be the next target. Although maybe the Universe 6 arc is the next one, because I think Resurrection F was the last one. But since this is a Dragon Ball Z game, and not a Super game, and the last official story of Dragon Ball Z is Resurrection F, the movie version, I would think that means that you're probably not going to get Dragon Ball Super stuff in this game. Which is why they decided to go with one of the Dragon Ball OVAs. But that's fine. Like, a story about a world without Goku. Like, that really is a fun thing. And I kind of, seeing this subtitle makes me want to see more stories about Dragon Ball where Goku isn't involved. Like, at least not directly. Like, there's 12 universes now they can go through in the multiverse, and there's just so much you could do with, like, OVA shorts. Like, do a 6-episode OVA thing, or a 12-episode, like, short series about Universe 6. I think all these things could exist at once. You don't have to have it to be the ongoing story. You can have the main Dragon Ball timeline and event of the show still be centered around Goku. But then do these side stories, these spin-off shows. I still think that the I was reincarnated as Yamcha manga, if that was animated, that could be a lot of fun to watch. But, anyway, so there you are. Those of you looking forward to this game. I have not played the Kakarot game. Not really too excited about it, though. It does look really good. It does look good, at least. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 getting more DLC this fall. I don't think they announced what that is, though. I do know that, like, Topo is supposed to be coming. Who else? PyCon is coming. They put it to a vote as to who was going to be coming up as the next set of characters. I guess that's going to be who it is. But overall, I hope that they'll keep this game going. I don't really see, like, if they don't plan to make a new one, then just keep doing this. Just keep adding characters. There's definitely no shortage of characters you could add. I mean, you've got all the main ones already. I mean, yeah, of course. But, like, you could still, like, say, add Kale. Add her Super Saiyan form, her Berserk form. You know, you could add Caulifla instead, because we already have Kefla in the game. But add the extra ones. Add the 2 Namekians from their team. You know, add some of these goofy characters that we didn't really get to see much of. But anyway, that's not really much. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta officially revealed and shown off for Dragon Ball FighterZ. Apparently the thought is this is going to be the last character for this game. I guess that could be the case. I mean, I get people's frustration with fighters in terms of all the characters that either are Goku, a form of Goku, or a fusion of Goku. But I don't know. Like I do think that, like, Omega Shenron could have been a character. I know they're again. I wouldn't say this is the same situation as Xenoverse. There's definitely no shortage of characters they could add. But again, they've already gotten most of the big ones. I mean, would you go to Super 17? I guess you could do, which I wouldn't mind. But most of the main cast is already in this game. If you wanted to show more love to Dragon Ball, I guess you could. Do, like, General Tao. Mercenary Tao, yeah, better name. You could do him. But also, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta from the Broly film get their own dynamic finish scene of where the 2 charge Kamehamehas to throw at each other. That's pretty cool. This is the first, like, non-canon dynamic cutscene that you're going to get that's not pulled from a episode of the show or a film. So that's fun. But yeah, I don't really have anything else to add to that. You know, if this is the last character for FighterZ, then it had a good run. Can't say that FighterZ didn't really get attention. I mean, it was one of the most popular games for a while there. So, good for them. Game still looks really good. And then as I get ready to sign off here, because I've kind of run through all the things I was going to talk about, I think. Other than, like, Nintendo. Well, I'll get to that at the end about Nintendo. But I just wanted to say, you know, take a minute. Masako Nozawa recorded a message for everybody, wishing, you know, hope they enjoyed the battle hour. And I just wanted to end this by, you know, I wanted to end this episode with a big, you know, thank you to Masako Nozawa and just an appreciation for her. She really is a gem. Everybody knows. You know, she's been voicing Goku now for so many years. And Toriyama had said before that when he hears her voice Goku, he hears Goku. As in, she is the ideal voice. That she is perfect for the way she portrays Goku. And I hate that for so long, like a lot of English, you know, primarily English fans, you know, I just didn't care for the Japanese, you know, original. I guess it's not really a dub, but the original Japanese version of the show, because, like, I speak English, I don't really speak Japanese. And I did originally think, like, it was kind of weird that, you know, there was a lady voicing Goku who's a grown man. But after listening to her in Dragon Ball Super, like, I can't imagine, like, there is no better Goku. She's just Goku. And it just goes to show that, like, one of the reasons why I've always had, like, why I got into voice acting personally is because she just is. that voice acting lets you just go beyond. Like, she is my favorite Goku personally, and I think it's just there's no contest. Not to say any of the other people who've played Goku over the years aren't good at it or don't bring their own, talents to the table, but I think she just is the one who captures that character the best. And it just proves to me again that voice acting is, there's no limit to what you can do if you can think it. I'm having trouble putting these into words, but basically, there's no limits. Your imagination is the limit in voiceover. You can think outside the box. You can play with things. You can exaggerate, and you can make it work. But yeah, I just wanted to show some love for Masako Nozawa because she recorded this, and it's still games related, even though it's not, strictly games related, I guess you could say. But there was a picture of her from a while back at some kind of Dragon Ball event where they had like I think like a Kamehameha thing where you could stand and put your hands on like one end of the ball, and it looks like you're doing a Kamehameha, and she did that, and I think she even said it like Kamehameha, and it's just so funny. I do remember a time though where she dunked on some of the younger voice actors in Japan in anime and said that they all kind of sound the same, and that some of them don't really get into character when they do their lines or anything, and there's no real variety between any of them. I can't remember exactly what she said. This is like several years back now, but probably many years back at this point. But I just wanted to show some appreciation for her. But other than that, I know Nintendo, rumors of that Nintendo Pro thing going around. I guess that's still alive. Although this may have a little bit more credit to it at this point, I think. Who really knows? It wouldn't surprise me if they do a Switch Pro, but I guess we'll just have to wait to see. But that's really all I've got other than to ramble on more and more. So, thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, come Tuesday, we're going to get Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 6. I'm excited. What's the game going to be like? Who knows? Will it be a lot of changes? They're teasing some big changes, so I don't know what to expect. But anything can happen. We're finally in March also. Make sure you go check out some of these Mario things. This is the last month of the Mario 35th anniversary celebration before Nintendo kills Mario off, which is still so funny. Apparently now even like one of the Mario cartoons from back in the day is going to get pulled from Netflix on the 31st too. So Mario's getting erased from history, people. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you liked listening to me talk. Like and subscribe. Go check out all my other stuff. And we will see you next time. Later.